Hi, welcome to Her Rise. Today, we're talking about rebuilding confidence after a setback, a topic so many of us can relate to. Whether it's a failed exam, rejection, or a personal disappointment, setbacks can shake us to the core. But here's the truth. Setbacks don't define us. How we respond to them does. I want to share practical steps to rebuild your confidence with some personal anecdotes along the way to show you that you're not alone in this journey. Let's dive in. Step 1. Acknowledge the setback. This might feel uncomfortable, but it's so important to face the situation head-on. I remember a moment in my life when I bombed a presentation. I'd prepared for weeks, but on the day, my nerves got the better of me, and I stumbled through the entire thing. I was devastated. Instead of brushing it off or blaming external factors, I had to sit with those feelings and ask myself, what went wrong? This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about understanding the situation with compassion. Take a moment to reflect on your setback. Write it down if that helps. Ask yourself, what did this experience teach me? Maybe you learned that preparation needs to include managing stress, or maybe you discovered a weak spot you can work on. Whatever it is, acknowledge it without judgment. Next, let's talk about challenging negative self-talk. After my failed presentation, the voice in my head was relentless. It kept saying things like, "You're just not good at this," or "Why did you even try?" Sound familiar? The key is recognizing that these thoughts aren't facts. They're just fears dressed up as truths. When I caught myself thinking, "I'll never succeed at public speaking," I replaced it with, "I didn't do well this time, but I can improve." It wasn't instant, but the more I practiced reframing my thoughts, the more confident I felt. Try this yourself. Write down one negative thought you're having and counter it with a realistic, empowering statement. For example, replace "I'm not good enough" with "I'm capable of learning and growing." Affirmations like these can slowly rewire the way you see yourself. Rebuilding confidence also means reconnecting with your strengths. Setbacks can make us hyper-focus on what went wrong and forget all the things we do well. After my stumble with public speaking, I completely overlooked the fact that I'm great at connecting with people one-on-one, which is why I was chosen to present in the first place. Think back to a time when you felt proud of yourself. Maybe you're an amazing writer, a great problem solver, or someone who brings positivity to others. Write down these strengths. They haven't disappeared because of one setback. For me, volunteering to mentor a group of classmates helped me remember my ability to lead, even though my confidence in speaking had been shaken. Another powerful way to rebuild confidence is by setting small, achievable goals. When I was ready to face my fear of public speaking again, I didn't dive straight into a big stage. I started small, delivering a brief talk to a few friends. It wasn't perfect, but it was progress. Start with something manageable. If you're rebuilding after a rejection, your first goal could be as simple as updating your resume or applying to one job. If you're healing from a breakup, your first step might be spending time with close friends. Progress builds momentum, and each small victory will remind you of your capability. Supportive people can also make a world of difference when you're rebuilding confidence. After my setback, I reached out to a friend who always knew how to lift me up. She reminded me of my worth when I couldn't see it myself. Think about who in your life makes you feel safe and encouraged. These are the people to lean on. And if you don't feel like you have someone, consider seeking out a community or even a professional counselor who can help. Surround yourself with positivity and distance yourself from those who bring you down. You deserve to be around people who see your potential. Here's something we often overlook: celebrating progress. I used to think I could only celebrate once I achieved something big, but I've learned that even the smallest steps deserve recognition. When I finally gave another presentation, it wasn't perfect, but I celebrated the fact that I stood up and did it. Did you take one step toward your goal today? That's worth celebrating. Did you show up for yourself in any small way, like practicing self-care or trying something new? Celebrate that too. Rewarding yourself can be as simple as acknowledging your effort or treating yourself to something that makes you happy. It reinforces the idea that you're growing, One of the most transformative things I've learned is to adopt a growth mindset. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, I started viewing them as lessons. After my rough presentation, I asked myself, what can I do differently next time? This shift in perspective made all the difference. Every successful person you admire has faced setbacks. What sets them apart is their ability to learn, adapt, and keep going. You have that same ability within you. Remember, a setback is just a setup for a comeback. Let's not forget the importance of self-care. When I was at my lowest, I started prioritizing small routines that made me feel grounded, like journaling in the morning, going for walks, and making sure I ate well. These might seem like small things, but they remind you that you're worth taking care of, even when you don't feel your best. Take care of your mind and body. Exercise, eat nourishing foods, and give yourself time to rest. Practices like meditation or deep breathing can also help calm your mind and create space for positivity. Finally, I want to share a visualization exercise that's been incredibly helpful for me. Close your eyes and picture the most confident version of yourself. How does she walk, talk, and carry herself? What kind of life does she live? When I did this, I saw a version of me who spoke with ease and didn't let one bad day define her. I started asking myself, what can I do today to get closer to that version of me? Even small actions, like standing up straighter or speaking kindly to myself, made a huge difference over time. Visualization isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about keeping your focus on the person you're becoming and letting that guide your actions. Rebuilding confidence after a setback takes time, patience, and self-compassion. It's not a straight line, and there will be days when it feels harder than others. But remember, you're not defined by your setbacks. You're defined by how you rise from them. Take it one step at a time. Acknowledge the setback. Challenge negative self-talk. Reconnect with your strengths. Set small goals and lean on your support system. Celebrate your progress. Embrace a growth mindset. And take care of yourself every step of the way. You are so much stronger and more capable than you realize. Thank you for watching. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on growing and thriving. Keep believing in yourself, because I believe in you. You've got this.